All right, UFC 211, the ladies, 115 pounds, Joanna Jedrzejczyk, Jessica Andrade.
Wait a second, isn't Andrade like 135 pounds? That's
135 pounds down to 115 pounds. I think that's what everybody's going to be talking about. One of the things people are going to be talking about, you've got to use the size, right? You would have to imagine coming into the fight, and we saw it before, Valerie Letourneau, who just recently signed with Bellator. I think she's going to be fighting for their inaugural 125-pound championship.
I haven't heard who yet, but it could be
I think that's the word. Anyway, so Val Letourneau fought at 135 pounds, went down to 115 pounds, and you felt like that was part of her advantage, that she was able to absorb more of the punishment because of her bigger frame. Will that be the case with Andrade? Is she going to need that? Because it feels like Joanna, like a lot of these champions, once they become champions and they have the opportunity to train with the elite of the world, they rise to the top.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to give you $1,000 if you let Rocky Pennington punch you in the face with an MMA glove.
I don't know. I don't want,
like, full on.
No,
I know,
she'll break my face.
Yes, she will. She'll break your face. This girl took punches from her.
Yeah.
You know, that is going to ready you to fight anybody. And think about this. This is going to, so if you're right, one of the topics is going to be about size. And the topic of size advantage is a big one. But also, when Andrade fought people like Pennington, she was way shorter than them with a way shorter reach.
Yeah.
So she had to get her head off the line and move towards them to get to them. There's traditional stuff. When you fight John Dodson, he's going to do that to you. You have an advantage, he'll do that to you. Because he spent a lifetime being shorter than everyone he faces, so he's really good at it. So is Andrade. And so one of Joanna's skills is to keep you outside and beat you up. Bam, bam, you move
so
forward,
nice.
slide back. Yeah, it really does. And I did a breakdown with her and looked at some of her footage, and some of the cool stuff that you'd see is she'd throw, as you move forward, slide out just right back to that same range where she can touch you. Then the next time you would come in even a little stronger. Bam, bam. You think she's sliding out? Instead, she closes in. So she's very good at playing with the full length of her knuckles to her shoulder, to her body, to her feet. But this girl, Andrade, has been very good at dealing with that. So it's Joanna's typical skill advantage in that area against somebody who's specialized in solving that problem. That's going to be really interesting to me. That's going to be the interesting aspect. I still think Joanna's going to be very hard to beat for anyone.
Of course. When you look at, if you're Andrade and her team, are you looking at other people's success against Joanna Jedrzejczyk? If you look at the Kovalkiewicz fight, for example, are you looking at, okay, where did Kovalkiewicz have success, and can we use our tools and our game to try to achieve the same type of success? Do we build on that?
What I felt, so Karolina Kowalkiewicz, we knew very well because we commentated a bunch of her stuff with KSW. Hey, by the way, KSW, we want to come commentate for you in Poland. Any of our fans that are watching, hit up KSW and tell them you want Robin and John to come there. Yeah! We love KSW, man. But when we were calling, we saw how good she was. I felt that she did so well against Joanna, primarily because she stayed tough long enough to understand the rhythm and the timing of Joanna. That's a tough way to be able to get some good moments, and you have to do it faster than Karolina was able to do it. And I don't know that that's going to be Andrade's game. You have to hang tough, which means getting smashed in the face by that little angry woman.
I feel like she might be able to. I'm not 100%.
The extra frame helps.
And she's got youth, and she's got all these things. You know, she put the work in to get from 35 to 115. I can imagine how light she feels and mobile she feels. So those are all things. So are you trying to build on those attributes?
Yeah, and so Joanna is Chuck Liddell, right? She throws heavy punches and then uses an old school sprawl and then smashes you and she gets up. It's simple.
Yeah, fun.
It's just, and it's great. It's such a primary strategy. And then you start to panic, and then you shoot, it becomes easier for her to stop it. And then every time she hurts you for daring to take her down. That's going to be the game again. So can we somehow do what other people haven't been able to do if we're Andrade? And that'll be the assignment.
What are the assignments? Because it does not feel like you can really win a points game over 25 minutes.
No. Carolina was the one who came the closest, but she was only able to get a couple of rounds and good minutes, real good minutes. Joanna took a beating, showed she was tough too. I personally think you, on the next level on a fighter like this who's like, so when we see somebody shoot a takedown now, a traditional takedown, a sprawl is not a defense to a takedown in wrestling. It's the first reaction. Yeah. And then the wrestler, so I sprawl, I drive my hip against whatever the surface is, get across the face and drive my legs back. The wrestler then makes step 2, which then you act 2, step 3, step 4, and they battle. Yeah. Wrestling is that battle. You've commentated wrestling at the highest level. You did the Pan Am Games, and we did the World Combat Games in Russia. Yeah. And that battle goes on and on and on. The sprawl doesn't stop a takedown, but at this level, the level at which women's fighting is still in development, Joanna's initial ability to stop that first takedown shuts the whole thing down.
Because her second step, as soon as she she just starts
smashes you. It's great. It's great. She's doing exactly the right thing to win at this stage of the game's development in the division she's in. So we're going to be all about second efforts and third efforts and fourth efforts and fifth efforts. And we're going to work on wrestling in ways that our head is sheltered in the rib cage or somewhere where it's very. If you try to elbow somebody, Josh Barnett coming in on here, elbow, he's unconscious. The answer to that is I move my head to here. Now it's the muscle of the tricep hitting you, and the muscle of the tricep doesn't feel great, but it doesn't knock you unconscious. So if you're Andrade, you make those adjustments, and we train a lot of that. And we try to find our way to the body lock, where the game is now different. It isn't just a sprawl is the first line of defense. We can work from the body lock with all types of other things, threaten to go to the back. We can threaten to take her down from there. We can trip. We can strike off of there, although Joanna strikes very nicely out of any clinch. So we need those two elements to be developed. I'm sure that's what they're working on.
Joanna and Jedrzejczyk, I have a feeling she's going to shine. Jessica Andrade is going to bring it in this fight, but you have to imagine the champion will remain undefeated at UFC 211.